guys, welcome to this lower body home workout with very minimal equipment. While I talk and give you the lowdown for this routine, we're going to start by walking on the spot, marching on the spot. You can do high knees, just do something to get your body moving. We're going to do this for the very first 5 minutes so that we can get our heart rate up and just kind of warm up and shake ourselves loose. So while we're warming up, I'm just going to let you guys know that I have filmed the modifiers for all of the moves in this workout. You can find them at 28 minutes and 30 seconds of this video. So if you do need really low intensity and you don't have any equipment at all that I'm using, then you can still do the workout. Just skip to 28 minutes and 30 seconds to find those modifiers. While we continue to warm up and do our walking on the spot, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the workout that you're about to do. So it's going to be 2 different circuits. The first circuit, we're going to complete it 3 times. There are 4 exercises within that first circuit. We're going to then do the second circuit, which is only 2 exercises. And again, we're going to complete that circuit 3 times as well. So in total, you're going to be doing 6 different movements or exercises, and they're going to be done 3 times each. I split them up a little bit just to keep things interesting. So first, we're going to start off with some kettlebell swings. Again, if you don't have the equipment that I am using, that's totally fine. You can find a substitute for adding a little bit of resistance, or you can skip to the 28 minute and 30 second mark of this video to see how to do all of these movements without any equipment at all. Second exercise is going to be a banded side step. That's really going to engage your glutes and fire them up so that you are using the proper muscles for the remainder of the exercises. Third exercise is the kettlebell stiff leg deadlift. Fourth exercise is the one leg toe touch. Now you're going to see me struggle a lot doing the one leg toe touch. I am 10 weeks postpartum right now, and I have lost all balance while being pregnant and postpartum. So I left those parts in there to let you know that it's okay to not have this workout look perfect. Honestly, if your workouts look perfect, you are probably not pushing yourself enough. Just take a deep breath, regroup yourself, regain your balance, and try again. Now that concludes it for the first circuit. The second circuit that we're going to do is going to be banded squats. So just some very simple air squats. And I also have some modifiers to make those squats a little bit easier in the modifiers section. And last but not least, we're going to do some lunges. Now you're going to see me doing some pretty difficult lunges. However, I have added some modifiers in the modifiers section. As long as you are pushing yourself, you are going to feel accomplished and really good about yourself after this workout. To complete the entire 3 rounds of both circuits, you can look for this workout to take anywhere from 25 to maybe even 45 minutes. Just make sure that you are going at your own pace, however you are still challenging yourself. If at any time you need to take a water break, you need to sit down and take a rest, you can just pause the video, do what you need to do, and then keep going when you are ready. If you have young babies at home, or if you have kids at home like I do, keep them nearby, keep them entertained with something. They don't have to be napping or asleep in order for you to exercise. It's really good for them to see you exercising. You always want to lead by example and put a really positive association to exercise to your children as well. I know a lot of us, our children will hear us complain like, oh, I don't want to work out today, or oh, I don't want to go for a run, oh, I don't want to do this, oh, I'd rather be eating Doritos. You really want to stop that negative self-talk and add a positive spin on when you are talking about anything health related, just so that your kids don't grow up associating health and fitness with bad things. We're now going to wrap this warm-up up and move into a dynamic stretch called alternating toe touches. What that alternating toe touch stretch is going to do for us is really help us loosen up and warm up our lower body muscles. So this is going to be a great warm up for your hamstrings and your hip flexors, and just overall going to warm you up nice and good for our workout. We're going to perform this 7 times on each side. If you cannot reach your toes, that's totally fine. Reach for your knees, reach for as low as you can go, and you will gain some mobility while working out consistently as well. So I just turned to the side here to give you a different view or a different angle, so you don't need to change sides. Shake those leg muscles out, and we're going to jump into our first exercise. So here we have the kettlebell swings. For the kettlebell swings, you want to take something pretty heavy. I believe this kettlebell is 35 pounds. So what we're going to do is just swing that kettlebell between our legs. We're going to let our forearms push off of ourselves from our pelvic area. So you really just want to kind of thrust your forearms and swing that kettlebell through. Moving into the second exercise, we have banded side steps. Now these banded side steps are really going to help engage your glute muscles. They're going to fire up all the right muscles so that you are engaging and contracting properly throughout the rest of the movements in this workout. So we're just going to bend slightly, stretch that band, and do some banded side walks for a total of 12 reps. So we're going to do 6 steps one way and 6 steps the opposite way. Adding in some kettlebell stiff leg deadlifts or Romanian deadlifts, you're just going to take an object that is heavy enough. You're going to keep your knees slightly bent and your back neutral, and just bend slightly to feel that nice pull in your hamstrings. You don't need to go this low if you don't have that mobility yet. Keep working on this movement and you will be able to get down a little bit lower every single time. Now I'm just changing angles to give you a slightly different view. 12 of these, and we're going to move on to the last movement of this circuit. The last movement is definitely the most difficult. It's the single leg toe touch. This movement is not going to look pretty, it's not going to look fancy, but it's really going to help your core and your balance. You're also going to feel a really big stretch in your hamstring muscles. What you're going to do is stand on one foot and try and touch your toe with the hand of that same leg. So here you can see I'm on my left leg and I'm reaching down for my toe with my left hand. That right leg is going to come up behind you, and you can try and keep that leg really straight if you want. However, it will be a little bit easier to keep your balance with a bend in your knee. The more often that we do this movement, the nicer it will end up looking. I left in exactly how I looked doing this movement because I really did struggle. I have been struggling with my balance since having Connor, so that has just been one of my main goals and why I added it to this workout. So we're going to do 6 on each leg. If you need to, it's totally fine. Grab a chair, put a chair in front of you and hold it with that opposite hand. So if you're on your right leg trying to touch your foot with your right hand, hold a chair or hold something to stabilize you with your left hand. Now we're going to take a quick water break here. If you need to take a longer break, pause the video, regroup yourself. We're going to repeat that circuit 2 more times. Now I'm going to stop talking while you complete the circuit another 2 times with me live in this video so that you can enjoy the music.
Leaves are turning brown. I'm still looking for you. The snow is falling down. And I'm still searching for you. I never thought it through. Always thought it would be me and you. I never really thought it through, but I won't stop searching for you. Just begun, and I'm still looking for you. The storm will hunt us down, but it won't keep me from finding you. I never thought it through. Always thought it would be me and you. I never really thought it through, but I won't stop searching for you. For you, the snow is falling down, and I'm still searching for you. can pick you up when you're heading down. When it all just sucks, I'll be your Charlie Brown. You can make me laugh when I wanna cry. In a world of men, we're on an all-time high. You and I till the end, don't need to pretend again and again. We'll stick together, everything is alright with you by my side. We won't say goodbye, we'll stick together. And it wouldn't be the same without you. We did so many stupid things together. You're the only thing I'm holding on to. Anywhere and
All right, job well done. You have completed the first circuit 3 times. I'm assuming if you're anything like I was, you are pretty sweaty and you are feeling pretty good about yourself right now. We're going to start the second circuit. This circuit only has 2 exercises in it, so we're only going to be doing those 3 times. The first exercise are these banded squats. If you don't have a band or a hip circle, it is totally okay. You can do basic air squats just like this, but without the band. You really want to focus on getting down deep enough, but keeping your form really good. So you want to place all of your weight in the heel of your foot. If you need a modifier for a squat, even without the band, you can also find one in that modifier section. A lot of people tell me they don't like squats because it hurts their knees. If that is the case for you, then go ahead and check out those modifiers. If you can sit on a couch and stand back up, you are capable of doing those modified squats. The second exercise in this circuit is very challenging. This is called a Bulgarian split squat. What you're going to do is find something a little bit higher, a little bit elevated, to put your back foot on and do that squat. This is going to allow you to get really, really deep into this lunge, and that is the goal for this movement. If you need a modifier, you can do a regular lunge without having your foot elevated. You can also do an incline lunge, which would be a little bit easier than a regular lunge. So rather than having your back foot elevated, if you want to go back to the very, very basics, you can elevate your front leg. You will be getting a little bit less of a stretch, but if that is where you need to start, then start there and improve every day. All right, so those are the 2 movements that we're going to be completing for the second circuit. We're going to go ahead and complete them each 2 more times, and that's going to wrap up this workout. At the end, we're going to jump into some stretching together. Stretching is really important, and we'll talk about it a little bit more when the time comes.
could feel it in my bones.
there was something going on, that shade of doubt hanging around that old. 'Cause darling, there is nothing right when all you seem to do is lie. Those days are gone, I'm walking tall while you're alone. When I think about the way we used to be, when I think about the things you took from me, I know that I am so much better, better off. When I look at what I've done now that we're apart, when I look at what I've won, I've come so far. I know I'm so much better off. Baby, you don't belong. Your love was cold, heart made of stone. But I'm just fine, I'm gonna shine, I'm alright. I'm celebrating my liberation. I'm moving strong, I'll get it done, I'm alright.
That's a wrap. Pat yourself on the back. You did such a great job if you got to this point. Now we are going to do a cool down. We're just going to try and lower our heart rate back down to normal by taking a couple really big deep breaths. You do not need to follow the breaths that I'm taking here. Really just take your time. Take a really nice slow inhale and a really nice slow exhale, as slow as you can without holding your breath, and just shake out all of those tight muscles. We're going to start off with a quad stretch here. So you're just going to hold one leg up at a time. Try and keep your balance. If you need to, again, hold onto a chair. It's totally fine to use a little bit of assistance here and there when needed, as long as you are motivated and you are getting this done and you have the intentions of working towards your weaknesses, then using those aids is perfectly okay. All right, we're gonna go into a hamstring stretch here. You really want to feel this pulling in the hamstring of your back leg. So where I'm touching now, losing my balance again, no surprise there. Again, if you need to hold something, hold something. Just take your time and really try and improve each and every time. I'm gonna switch legs and make sure that we get that other leg. So just sit nice and deep over that heel with your knee and extend your back leg and really feel that stretch in your hamstrings. Just going to do some basic toe touches here. You should be a little bit more flexible than you usually are because your muscles are nice and warmed up. So just be careful with that. Sometimes we stretch a little bit too far because our bodies are nice and warmed up. Just go as low as you can. Again, if you can't reach the floor, that's okay. Just stretch those hamstrings out. Now I am using a band here to assist me in stretching my legs a little bit more because I am not very flexible anymore. So I'm just going to be using a band to hold my foot instead of holding my foot with my hands, just because I can't exactly reach right now. So I'm just going to be pulling that leg, keeping that other leg down on the floor, nice and straight. I'm going to change feet and give that right hamstring a nice big stretch. You can use any type of lace or band or even just a really long tube sock, anything to help you reach that leg with the band or whatever you decide to use, just in order to help you force that stretch a little bit deeper in your glute and hamstring. Here is the modifier of that movement. You can hold the band on your knee or just hold your knee with your hands and really get that good glute stretch. I'm also kind of opening my hips here by letting my knee fall out to my side, but still keeping my 2 shoulder blades and my glutes on the mat. I didn't have a plan for these stretches. I kind of just wanted to feel it out and go with the flow of what felt good after this workout. Sometimes you could have a plan and some things just don't feel as good as you want them to, or you realize you completely missed an entire muscle group. So here we're just going to do one leg at a time, put our foot into our inner thigh of the opposite leg, and really get that quad stretch on the bent leg and the hamstring stretch on the straight leg. Going into a butterfly pose here, really wiggle into that pose, get those hips open nice and wide, and push down on your knees if you need an extra little stretch in those hips. Moving into a modified child's pose here, just to really stretch those back muscles out. A lot of these movements you do have a static hold, which can put a little bit of strain on your lower back. All you want to do here is sit between your knees, so your knees are open a little bit and your face on the floor, and try and reach those fingers, kind of crawl your fingertips up as high as you can. Moving into a downward dog, what you want to focus on here is keeping your heels planted in the floor. Again, if you are not that flexible, you don't need to have your heels straight planted into the floor. You can be on your tippy toes. And we're going to complete this workout with some nice deep breaths. Just sit and kind of meditate in your state right now. Feel accomplished that you just finished a 30-minute lower body workout. You are sweating, you're feeling good about yourself. Think about how good that felt so that you can take that into your next workout when you don't feel like it. We never feel like it at first, but once we get it done, we are always grateful that we did. Take this time to really just thank your body for being able to have completed this workout, and then we're going to move into the modifiers. Thanks for completing this workout with me. Don't forget to subscribe to my challenge so that you don't miss any future workouts. And if you are new and you don't know who I am, my name is Stacey Ornatowski, and I also run a free Facebook group for health and fitness. If you need the link for that, please let me know in the comments below and I will send that over to you. Now here are the modifiers. I apologize so much for my crooked camera. I had to keep going to give Connor his soother while I was exercising, so I must have hit the chair that my phone was on to record this on the way. So here are those kettlebell swing modifiers. You're just going to do the exact same movement, but touching the floor rather than swinging the kettlebell. So you really just want to get into a squat position, touch the floor, and then stand back up nice and straight. Here we have those banded side steps, exact same movement without the band. You can get a little bit lower without the band, which is going to benefit you a lot more the lower that you go. Here we have the stiff leg deadlift. You're going to do the exact same movement, however, without the weight. This is really going to allow you to get a really deep stretch in those hamstrings. If you can't touch the floor, that's okay. Just aim for as low as you can go. Really try to contract those muscles while you are going through the movement. Next, we have the single leg toe touch. Instead of bringing a chair into the living room here, I just used the couch. You can do it by holding onto a wall out in front of you. You can use a foam roller if you have one. The foam roller was a little bit more tricky because it was a little bit wobbly, but it did do the trick. Now here we're going to do some banded squats without the bands. These are essentially just air squats. So you are just squatting with no resistance other than your body weight. Here we have an assisted squat, and this is just, you're going to sit back onto your couch and then you're going to stand back up. As long as you can sit on a toilet or on a couch, you are able to do these. Here we have just some plain regular lunges to replace those Bulgarian split squats. The Bulgarian split squats are quite difficult, so if you need to do a regular split squat or lunge, that is okay. Thanks for watching, guys, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of these workouts. I'm also going to be sharing a lot of healthy recipes, really quick ones using the crock pot and the Instapot. I know we all have really busy lives, so again, I really appreciate you joining me here today. I hope that I was able to help you move just a little bit more throughout your day. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.